All right, all right. What's up? What's up? Good morning and welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you're doing well. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, hit that thumbs up and remember to check out the disclaimer if you're new to the channel, especially. Remember that day trading is risky. Most traders do lose money. So if you're new to the markets, or even if you've been around and you're not quite consistent, utilize smaller size, utilize simulators, practice, improve, go slow, become competent before exposing yourself to a ton of risk. Other than that, remember, copy trading does not work on this channel. My results are not typical. And lastly, I do not invest in my subscribers. Be careful of fake Relentless trader accounts. I will never message you first. Myself and all the other head members of the community, we will never message you first. All right. Now, with that being said, what's moving and what's not? What's the watch list looking like here? So we got day trade dash here, and we have a gap scan with a couple of tickers. IMCC currently pushing up here. Maybe there's something here. 304 highs. No trades for me here pre-market, but I'll watch IMCC here. Cannabis stock. I want to see a new high and a separation. There's a new high, but not quite pulling away. The VWAP is at 72. I do like that we're getting something curling up closer to the bell, though. This usually is a good sign that we might see a pretty strong open. Last week, on the days where we didn't see much, everything that popped up early in pre-market sold off, and so we didn't really get any continuation early. If this one is able to hold up high above the VWAP, then we'll probably stand a good chance of getting something on it within the first 10 to 15 minutes of the opening bell. So as it's not giving me what I want exactly here so far. So I'm gonna continue with writing up the watch list here. By the way, let me write up this thing in the chat first. And by the way, we got multiple streams, which is really good. So IMCC recent stock up 60%, 4 million shares of volume. This is exactly what we like to see. It's holding up above the VWAP. First pullback there held up at 90. Very good. VTYX is leading the way, 48 million shares of volume and a 94% move. It looks okay. It looks okay. Started off in after hours, and since then we pulled back, we curled up, we made a new high by a little, and now we're back down a bit. It is holding above the VWAP, which is a good sign, around $7, which is not a bad price range at all. So there's two decent looking tickers here. Daily chart, VTYX quickly. We got IMCC pulling back a bit. Nothing obvious for potential resistance until 884 and then 1145. Which is somewhat in proximity, right? 884. And then 1145, if it gets going, could be potential resistance. Over that, room all the way to 14. So we'll see. VTYX might be our stock of the day today. It's possible. Very possible. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. There's a new scanner. The new scanner, maybe I can check out later. Okay, coming down, IMCC, right? I just want to double check the daily chart here in case it does end up holding up, although we're seeing a pretty big pullback right now. Was this one halted for some time? It looks like it might have been. Interesting. $370s, we didn't quite get there, but you know, some topping wicks on the daily chart at that level. It looks like it's Christmas treeing, honestly. And it looks like it's Christmas tree time here. Going right back down. How are the scanners looking over here? They're looking okay. All right. So coming down, you know, SCNX also is on the list. This one is a cheaper stock, up 53%, 100 million shares of volume, which, you know, it's quite impressive. Going back about 3 years ago, it was unheard of to see a stock have this much volume in pre-market. It just goes to show you how different things are these days. We're seeing some good opportunities early in the morning, not just at the open. So SCNX started off from 58 cents. We got highs around 98. We've pulled back. We held up the first pullback there at 79.80. Right now we're holding up above the VWAP. I think this one definitely looks good to watch into the open. I'll have it on my other screen here. Just in case we see the break of the pre-market high and the continued move over one, maybe 110, 115. Let's see how the daily chart is looking. And by the way, I'm going to start off my screen recording so I don't forget. Yesterday I did forget. I'll go ahead and do that right now. Just for those of you in MMU or if you're on YouTube and you record your screen, just a quick reminder right there. When in doubt, Relentless Trader will remind you. So we had 112 for a high point on the 16th. Since then, we've sold off, curled back up. Before that, we had 16 for a high point as well. So double top 16 daily resistance, and then room to 125. So over one, I'd expect 116 without much resistance if it's strong. From there, 125, and then there's a lot of gap to fill all the way to 196. 125 and then 196. In our classes, of course, we have a very specific way how we look at the daily chart. Other people might look at different things, which is always fine. But these levels that I'll get, that's how I get them, right? There's a system. It's not just craziness. Although what I will say that is a little craziness from time to time is the levels themselves. Sometimes they'll mean nothing, and other times will come to the penny of the level and then go back down. So you still have to use your best judgment and discretion based off of all the other indicators and factors as we make the move. Okay, so there's 3 decent looking stocks. And IMCC looks like it's cooked. SLMT. How's that one looking? Honestly, I think for the open, HIVR, HVIR, B. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, for the open, I'm just going to keep these 3 stocks. I'll keep an eye on the scan. SCNX is the one I want to watch into the open here. Price range, decent. We have a chance to break over the pre-market highs, which I think is the real thing here, the real setup, the real opportunity. And so I'm going to prep and prepare. I'm going to prep and prepare. Make sure my share size is set. My level 2 is set. I'm just going to take a quick look at my notes here. One of the biggest things I wrote down from yesterday is to, when I do have those better entries, to give the stock a little bit more time to open up. We did cut some of our winning trades a little too soon. That's one of our bigger points of focus. Other than that, we want to keep it disciplined, keep it tight. And we also don't want to jump out of a trade too soon when we're in a good area, right? We can't have that paper hands and let the level 2 chop us out of the trade. Got to hold to that tight stop that we have and not get out prematurely is also another big point of focus. Other than that, business as usual. Let's trade with confidence. Let's be our best selves. Let's look forward to a nice, sweet green day. Business as usual here. And another lovely day in the markets. 40 seconds to the open. For those of you who are green pre-market, let's look to build on to the day. By the way, I didn't post the watch list. I'll post it here quickly into the alert section, as well as on YouTube. I'll check out the new 5-pillar thing. I'm not sure what that is yet, but I'll check it out. SCNX. SCNX, the stock I'm looking at here into the open. We're now just remaining patient. Can we get through 94 and start an uptrend? Can we start an uptrend here? What I don't like is that we're right back down. Can we sustain ourselves? It's a bigger drop there. It's fighting though, it's fighting. And we're kind of back down to the lows. I'm gonna give it a sec. We're back at 95, which is not a bad sign. The halt up is at 110, so we do have some room above the whole dollar. But we'll need to hold up the pre-market high. AREB, I'll take a look. Watching it AREB on my other screen here. The highs are at 14. There's this. Okay. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Shit. Dang, it just kind of went. Smokes. AREB, the new stock. AREB. It is pretty volatile. Gotta be careful not to get caught in the pullbacks here for me. So a bit of a smaller size here. The halt level did extend up a little bit. Throwing out a starter. Willing to add. Sticking to the small size here. Coming down a bit. We're coming down a little bit here. Coming down a little bit. And it moves quickly, so once you determine where you want to be in, you got to be quick. Are we seeing a Christmas tree? Can we bottom out? Can we hold up? Selling volume is a little high. I'm going to try it one more time here at 19. Tighter stop. Utilizing small size on the dip. I'm going to add. And it is still seeing a lot of selling on the tape here. It's coming down, coming down. Short-lived, man. Short-lived, that one. Such strength to just sell. Okay, moving on. A little disappointing, but okay. VTYX. Checking out some of the others. By the way, I gotta go to single screen here. I forgot. There we go. Yeah, that was a pretty brutal drop off. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Right now, back on the sidelines. SCNX, you know, will we be able to do anything here through the VWAP? I have really small size. SCNX, if it does push through to 90, 92. Do we have a hidden seller here? Sticking to small size because I don't want to, you know, BYND's getting, I'm gonna check it. It's getting called out a bit. But sticking to small size until we really see something, you know, hold up. That way I can give myself a better chance. For now, we're still seeing some chop. BYND. NMRA, the volume is too light, I think. SGBX, on the other hand. SGBX seems to be pretty active. We are below the VWAP though for SGBX. VWAP's at 62. SGBX. No shares to short. Do we have what it takes to push through the VWAP? Very aggressive entry here. SCNX. Oh, nice. Nice red to green for SCNX. Okay. A bit of a double top up there, though. The momentum seems pretty scattered, and we're not seeing anything really hold up. Terrible fill. Monstrosity of a fill right there, but giving it a chance. Can we see through 95? I'm gonna size down for now. That way I can at least have some more attempts and give myself a chance to gain a rhythm if it does go. I can size up if it does push through the key level at the pre-market high. This is a tough one so far. So far, not seeing much. Gotta make sure to keep small size, keep it tight, be patient, keep waiting. SCNX might break out eventually, so just gotta keep to the sidelines, small size, until something makes a move. It's a tough one. VCIG. How are we doing? This one is like the wild, wild west. Definitely needs a little bit more volume, VCIG. AREB curling up a little bit. AREB. AREB. It's a tough one. I'm gonna try the dip again. I'm using a really small size, but still, like, geez, I'm getting brutalized. It is showing no mercy. I got 150 shares at 24. Really small size. Stop is at the low of the candlestick. Can I pull off the red to green? There's 35. Can I see 40? All right, okay. There's a good trade. So now next time, slightly more size if it can respect the levels here. By the way, SCNX curling up. Dang, I was hoping we could fill the bid. All right, AREB looks like it's holding up a little bit here. I know SCNX red to green, but you know, it's still having some issues at the pre-market highs. All right, I think I might switch back to SCNX here. Oh my freaking this garbage, bro. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm switching back. Oh man, that was brutal. I tried the breakout 45, it's like instantly at 28. That one is not worth the risk. Where are we on the day? Got to be careful here. The bulls are just not here on that one. So SCNX, if we zoom out, we look at the 5-minute chart, you know, we're getting, for the most part, higher lows, which is a pretty bullish sign. And so I think maybe it might just be a matter of time before we get that new green candle that can rip through 105, 110. And that's where I'll be watching. 105, 110, if we can rip through 98 and hold above the level. The good news here is that because it's going sideways, there's more than likely a lot of short sellers here, right? Now, how is this good news? If it goes, more than likely they'll have to cover over one and so forth. And then if it goes, they'll get squeezed. Squeezed, squeezed, squeezed. Squeezed into oblivion. And then that's where we as... This could be it here, actually. Let's see. Oh, oh, oh. Squeeze City. Here we go. Watch this. Watch this. SCNX. The halt is at 110. There's people still holding short, so they're going to get squeezed out into the halt up. The halt is 110. We're at 103. It looks like it's like, what the hell is happening to this level 2 right now? It's like getting so thick. Are they trying to short even higher, maybe? Which would be madness, so they're probably adding short. It just seems so thick now. So, well, let's see. You know, maybe it holds up. As long as we don't crash back down. I think that's the key here. The halt level did move a little higher, which is good. These are tougher trades, I feel like. I don't really love my fill right there. This is big. This is where it needs to hold up. Big levels here. If it crashes down, we're cooked. Short sellers win. Big Steve, can the bulls pull through for us here and give us our destiny? Can the bulls pull through and give us our sweet, sweet destiny? Oh, oh, mm. Oh, damn, bro. Short sellers winning. See, that is so close to holding up and just ripping to 10, 15. Instead, the short seller's taking all my money there on the way down. All right, it was a fair battle. The short sellers came out on top. Today, they're getting their destiny, whilst we're getting punched in the mouth. Or at least there was a little bit of fun there at least. Man. Had 99, 10,000 shares looking to add potentially. If we could hold up 98, 90, 97, but got cooked. See, I like that setup, but man, we just get obliterated there above the pre-market highs. So the day is now not looking so good here. Green to red. And back on the sidelines. That first green candle is so convincing. The way how we just go from 95 up to 108, you know? That's typically what we would want to see. High volume candle. We got about 7.9 million shares there. High of day volume on the 1 minute for that push, but no follow through, no hold up. So back on the sidelines and got to keep it tight here. Waiting patiently. Oh. Uh, hmm. It's just fluctuating so much here. It's pushing up again, slowly but surely. Oh no, man. These fills, bro. Jeez. Okay. Small size. If it gets over 108 and halts up, it could be pretty good, but we'll have to see if that happens. What I'm hoping we get is like another like 3-4 cent pop out of it, but so far it's kind of grinding up. Halt level up is at 110. New 5-minute candle coming soon. See, I didn't trust it right there, and that's where it went. Come on. The one time I didn't buy for break of one. Keeping to small size for now. Can we hold up? It's looking more trustworthy this time, but we need to hold up. Oh my gosh. This thing is making me go mad. Okay, can we hold up 98 at least? If it sells off again, bro, that's it. Oh man. You can't get caught in too many of those. Your day is not gonna be looking too good. Man, that's a brutal loss. It needs to continue. Like we need to push, to push, to push. It's like it's not happening. It should be reverting through the halt up. What I don't like is that I can feel myself hesitating a little bit, like in that last pullback there, because of the flush out before. So I just got to size down and take the trade. We shouldn't be flushing out to 97 again, 96, I'd hope. We have the volume. Fly. 15, 16, 17, 18. Fly, fly. Fly to the moon. And this is where I start to just like, slow it down and say, maybe this is not it. 22 is the halt up. 22. Potential resistance here though for 17. Will it continue? I wouldn't mind if it gets halted up, but I mean I don't know if it'll even get there the way how it's feeling so heavy. Will it? Will it? Will it? Will it? It's gonna be close. Okay, it is. All right, we're halted up. We're halted up. This can give us a reset and another setup. AREB, I don't know, man. I'm not touching it unless it gets through the highs at 50s because it's just giving those massive red candles. Three minutes. Okay, this is what I want to remind myself, right? Okay, I didn't do well on the stock. The resumption is going to offer a setup. It's going to offer an opportunity. The dip and rip. In the event that we do not see the dip and rip, or if the stock remains a little choppy for me, I want to reduce my size and just kind of play it slow rather than to force a trade or force a trade with size. Just want to continue to play the slow game if we do not see something very good in terms of the setup and the volatility here. If we do see something good and the stock, starts to turn a new leaf and, the opportunities are a little bit more clean, then I can try to push it a little bit. If not, gotta just ease off. If this stock was a little bit more volatile, man, I would have been gunning for massive green, but it's a little tricky for me here. Some other people might be able to connect on it a little bit better. I don't know. People holding longer for sure. Some people probably definitely holding from maybe 105. Yeah, potential room to 196, but I don't know if we'll get there. We'll see. Gearing up for the resumption. Gearing up. AREB inching up at 50. If this one gets halted up too, that could be pretty good. At $4. $4.07 to halt. But right back down to 20. This is why I didn't want to touch it right there. Right back down, man. That's the stock to short right there. Well, we'll see. If it remains to be a slow grinding one, then, it'll kind of like slow down, ease off. But there's a chance because sometimes the resumption is like a reset. And then there'll be like a pretty big influx of volume here. It's also showing a little higher, so we'll see. All right, 10 seconds. Can we see that sweet dip? All right, okay. All right. That was a good dip, not quite the rip though. And the halt level up is at 53, so we could have had a sweet move there. This is where I stick to small size and just take it slow. If I can do some damage control, great. If not, I call it. $44, $45. The halt up again is at 50. If it false halts, I'll take it. Good fill. Now take me to the moon. That would have been a great trade. I mean, that was a great trade, but you know, with size. But we're done with size for now. We're cooked. So small size damage control. Damage control. Whoa, AREB, man. Wow. Terrible, terrible. AREB, massive sell-off. Damn, I should have freaking took that trade. Oh, look at how sweet that was. Dang. Sweet like strawberry pie. Strawberry cake. I might have been, yeah, that might have been a little early. Okay, this is where I look to perhaps throw in the towel here if we don't see anything else. Not really making any progress. So, very good ratio though between this one and the one yesterday. Massive green to smaller red. stock to stock. Big levels down here if it comes down. Big levels. All right, the first hour is up. Who is green and who is not? How are we looking on the day? For me, not looking too good. Red 600 on two different stocks here. Or red for a total of 600, 300 apiece on two different stocks. AREB got caught in the chop there, and then SCNX just couldn't capture the move. Big bottoming wick there. 5-minute candlestick still has about 2 minutes. That's pretty bullish for it to come back up here. Right now, I'm just taking it easy. Taking it easy. I do like that it's curled back over 20, 24, 25. Right now, it seems to be holding up this trend line again. But I don't know if it has what it takes for another hurrah, another retest to the highs. The fills are definitely a little slow. The ceiling light is cooking my eyes. I don't think anything else. I don't see any other call outs. Scans are kind of soft. I always have a typo. Why? Did I spell that backwards? No, I didn't. Just a. Come on. It is pretty impressive that it's not breaking down. I mean, usually we'd expect these things to already be at 90 cents again. Doesn't guarantee that it goes, but it definitely gives it a chance to retest over time. All right, I think I'm gonna shut it down, and then I'll be around if it starts to move again, but I think I'll just lock it in. Shutting it down. Red 600 over two stocks. AREB was a tough one, man. That one right there was just This one stood a much better chance at getting, you know, a good day, but still had some issues. At best, we were green $600, and then we took the massive loss down there on the first break of one and the flush out, buying the dip. Yeah, all right. Okay. Out like south. Out like south. Let's get the recording and then the stream. All right, guys, tomorrow, bright and early once again. Bright and early. By the way, hopefully the mic is not too low. All right, take care. Stay safe. Stay green.